Get a load of this. So, according to the YouTuber's Guide to the Galaxy, section 67, part D, any video on or about New Super Mario Bros. U must contain the mention of Bowsette at least once. Well, I can go to sleep tonight and know that I've done the right thing. New Super Mario Bros. U. From now on when we talk about it, I'm going to refer to it as this game and have the text come up on screen because that title is just a mouthful. Now, I got to go hands-on with this game last year and yeah, it's more of this game. That's not a bad thing. It has some few extra features, but don't go and expecting the world when you're just going to get delivered, I don't know, Australia. Don't get me wrong, Australia's not bad, but let's be honest here, it's missing a few features. So if that's the case, why exactly am I buying it again? Well, Nat's gonna be buying it again. There's a good reason for that. And that's the same reason that I would like to see the Virtual Console on the Switch. And it's not because every time I say, I would like to see the Virtual Console on the Switch, someone hits that like button. It's because I just enjoy playing Nintendo's classic library, anyone else's classic library, on my latest hardware. Now to me, that's a really easy purchase to justify. Me trying to justify buying digital games and then buying them again physical, that's a bit harder. All right, that is enough wobble gobbing. Let's get on to the features. Now the first thing that it comes with is new Super Luigi U. For people who hadn't purchased this game before, that's a way better way of justifying this purchase. Not for me, because I purchased it before, but for people who haven't. It makes the price way better than I thought. But if you're wondering what this is, maybe you haven't played this before, the new Super Luigi U part of it, it's basically just the same type of levels you're doing before, but a lot more challenging. And you have 100 Mario seconds to complete them. Here's the catch, if you play as one of the new characters, you actually get 100 extra seconds, which is really good if you want them easier, but not so great if you're looking for a challenge. Now, speaking of the new characters, that's not the only way they make the game a little bit easier. Which is really cool, because to me, I don't know, not everyone over the age of 7 wants to be coming home and slamming their face into a world of pain. Now, Taodette is the first one added. She's nothing too special by herself, but when she gets a power-up, instead of having a super mushroom, she actually gets the super crown, and it turns her into, as you all would know by now, Super Peachette? Super Peachette? I think it's just Peachette. Now, Peachette plays a lot like she did in Super Mario Bros. 2, so when she gets into the air, she can actually float. And the trick here is that she actually has a second jump, so as she's floating along, you can press the button again and float up even higher. Kind of like the raccoon suit if you had played the game previously, but with a little bit more control. Now here's the things you might not know thanks to Game at Spain and their limitless knowledge, is that she actually swims faster underwater while she's in the Peachette suit, and has more control. Which is kind of like the penguin suit. And the other difference here is that also when she's on ice, and the same way as the next the character here, Nabbit, they don't actually slide around as much. They have better grip to the ice. Now Nabbit, on the other hand, he's a little bit more different here because he's actually completely invincible. He can't die unless he runs into a pit, or I guess he can be crushed. I don't know, I haven't confirmed that one yet. The other really, I'd say interesting, but it's just weird thing here is that he can't get power-ups. You can't I think you can pick him up for points, but that's about all you can do. And same with Yoshi's. When I played this game in the demo, I tried jumping on a Yoshi, and all he does is just bounce on top of the Yoshi. He can't pick up the Yoshi. It's a really weird addition, and it feels weird. It feels like I should be able to jump on that Yoshi, not bounce on him like he's some sort of trampoline. And even running through the enemies just feels weird. You feel like you should collide with them, and then you just go straight through them. Also, by the looks of it, his physics are similar to Luigi in the game, so he has a little bit more of a floaty jump when he jumps in the air, which seems kind of cool and helpful. I like when they diversify these characters up a little bit. Also, Nabbit seems to replace Blue Toad, and you know what? If I was a cop, I would be checking that knapsack. I want to talk about the 4-player next, or the multiplayer mode, because it can actually be a lot of fun. Or it can be like Mario Party, where enemies are born on the battlefield of Acorn Plains, and once lifelong friends are now jousting with their Joy-Cons. But seriously, if you're going into this game, don't expect to come out friends, because you have this collision in there, which means that if you're jumping above someone else and you knock them into a pit, I hope they can take that well, because I certainly can't. And if you're just a massive troll, you can actually pick up characters and just throw them into pits on purpose. One actually cool change to this one is that the old one, there used to just be a button that you'd hold down and run and pick someone up. They've actually changed it in this one to make it a little bit harder. You actually have to shake the Joy-Con. So there's not going to be any of that accidental picking people up and throwing into the pits. It's all going to be on purpose. Trolling away. I'm on to you. All right, multiplayer. I'm getting off track here. there is a little bit of difference here to the multiplayer, because when you're playing with 4 players, you obviously have those 2 baby mode characters. So 2 of you have to play in baby mode. You don't have a choice, which isn't bad when you have like a family together that might like that. But when you have 4 adults together, not me, am I right? It might just be uncomfortable choosing who has to wear the diapers. Alright, that's enough silliness for one day. I just want to finish by doing a few quick fire ones here, because to be perfectly honest, there's not, again, a lot of big things here to go over that I feel like I just need to spend time on. So I'm going to run through some of the bigger changes, and if you really want to get into the nitty gritty, go watch Gamers Playing. Those dudes just pull things apart. Alright, here's a quick fire that some of you will care about and some of you won't. The graphics have obviously been bumped up, as you would expect. Some lives are now replaced with power moons. Did I say power moons? No, they're just normal moons. They're not power moons at all. This isn't Mario Odyssey. So these normal moons have a cute little smiley face on them, and they are worth 3 1-ups. If you're a classic Mario lover, you would already know that. Also, there's a challenge mode that comes across, and this challenge mode is not the new Super Luigi U mode that I'm talking about, but this certain challenge mode, you can't play as Nabbit and Taodette, because I guess it would make them just a little bit of a pushover. Also, Nabbit and Taodette don't just add 100 seconds to the Luigi U clock. I don't know if I mentioned this, but it adds 100 seconds to whatever clock they're in. So in the Mario U, the game that I said I wasn't going to mention, it also does it in that. There's menu changes and changes to the loading screens and a few other smaller things like that. But to be perfectly honest, as I said before, go watch Gamers Playing if you want to know the trajectory of Peach's jump. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Now if you excuse me, I've got a bit of reading up to do, because I've got to learn how to deal with the comment section. That is just way too nice to me. But you guys know, remember, for great Nintendo entertainment, you can count on me. I realise saying stuff like that about your comment section probably actually generates you more hate than anything else, but you know, whatever. You guys have just been really, really awesome to me, so you deserve stuff like that. Also, I feel like this video was a little bit of a miss. Maybe it was because, I don't know, I'm only 10 videos in and I'm still learning this. But you guys have just been really awesome, so I will definitely be better on the next one. Are you allowed to say stuff like that? Is that a bad thing to say? To sit there and criticise yourself at the end of a video? You know, whatever. Thanks for watching.